In this episode we are going to talk about my stripy bird hide socks that I knit cuff down, the pair of socks that I'm knitting for my husband, as well as the Bella blouse that I'm still knitting on. Let's get started. Good day everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Mariette, also known as the Boervrou, and this is episode 48 of the Crafty Stitches Podcast. Today is the 18th of October 2023 and I'm coming to you from South Africa. So I have some coffee. I hope you have something to drink so that you can drink on that while we chat a little bit about these projects and about all of the things that has been going on. I am a little bit sick, so if I sound a little bit funny, that's all it is, but I'm more than halfway through it, so on the mend. So let's jump straight in with what I'm wearing. If you're a returning viewer, you would already know this one. It is the second ranunculus that I have knit with the Moya 100% cotton yarn in the amethyst colorway, and it'll all be linked down below. So just before we get into the episode, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Ravelry and Ko-fi as the Boervrou, and all of these places are linked down below, and all of the shops and all of the projects and things that I talk about will be linked in the description box below this video. If I don't show a project, it just means that I didn't get any work done on it. It has been 2 weeks and yes, I have not worked on all of the things that I wanted to. So anyway, let's get started with finished objects. So as you would have seen from the video, my stripy bird hide socks that I'm knitting, or was knitting, cuff down, is now finished. So in the previous episode, I have no idea where I was with these socks. Maybe this is the marker of where I was. I'm not sure. I do have this marker in here from sock 1 because I knitted cuff down. So I was at that point and I finished the first sock and I then knit the second sock. I just finished crafting this toe today, so these are finished and I still need to wash and block them. Jeez, very excited that these are done. Cannot wait to wear them. Very excited. I love all of these colors, and I didn't take out a single label. Let me check. This is about what I need, I think. So this sock is knit with 2.25mm DPNs. I use the Knit Pro Smart Sticks, and I used a 75% superwash merino wool and 25% nylon blend yarn, of which 4 is Knotty Habit yarn, it is the blue, this speckle, the light purple and the white speckled is all colors from Knotty Habit, and this purple is one that I've dyed myself, but they're all the same blend, and they're all 366 meters on 100 grams. And I'm very happy with how these came out. So I knit these as part of my DB Socktober 2023 sock along, which is still ongoing for the month of October until the end of October. If you want to join the Instagram group, you can. There's no rules like you have to start for the make along or you have to finish your socks. You can just come and have fun with us. So if you still want to join, just let me know. But that is why I knit these, and then I decided to knit them cuff down, although the pattern is written toe up, because I wanted to do that for fun and to see how it will change from if the look will change if you knit it cuff down rather than toe up. But anyway, I made a whole series. I'm still busy with the series, the Socktober series, and you're more than welcome to check that out on my channel. I will link the playlist for you, and then you can check that out if you want to. Anyway, I think that is everything for this pair of socks, and let's move on to see what is on my needles. I only have knitting projects to show you, and only 2, so let's get to those. Right, so let's stay with the socks first. So the first project that I want to show you is the socks that I'm knitting for my husband. I have finished the first sock, which is this one. Let me put it on a blocker. It has been finished for a while, I think 2 episodes ago. So this is what it looks like. It is knit with the Schachenmeier Regia 4-ply, and this is made with the solid colors, which is 50-gram balls, and it's got 210 meters on a 50-gram ball, 75% virgin wool and 25% nylon blend. And I bought this from Arthur Bales, and I'm knitting this, well, I knit this one on 2.25mm Chaigu magic loop needles, like, I don't know how long they are, 80 centimeters I think. And I started the second sock on magic loop, and I don't know, with all of the things that happened in the past 2 weeks, I just couldn't do the magic loop method, and I was like, just put it on 9-inch circulars and just go. So this one is knit on 9-inch circulars. And this is what I have so far. Let me put a little stitch marker on that. To keep the progress for me. Right, so these are just plain vanilla socks knit cuff down with a sock recipe that I've been using since I started knitting socks. It's a 72 stitch sock. I don't think there's anything special that I can say about it. It's just socks that I'm knitting, and I'm gonna try and finish the sock this month, but I'm not going to try and chase through it because I really need the sock to be there for a on-the-go project when we run errands and so forth. So I don't want to chase through it and finish it before the end of the month, just because I love sock knitting. I want to try and work on my Bella blouse first, but I want to try and finish this also this month. So let's see how that will go. So that is the socks. And then, as I said, I'm still working on my Bella blouse that I am making with this yarn. It is a cotton cone from Hobie, and I got it from my friend Leonie from Independence Yarn Crafts. She brought it back when she was on holiday, and that is the information at the back. And it is this gorgeous grey cone of yarn. Very pretty. Alrighty, and then let me see. In the previous episode, I was at this marker from Annegret from Tunisian Crochet. I'm also doing some A-line shaping, so I'm doing some decreases for this project, and I really want to now try and focus on this project because I would really like to wear it. I am knitting the size 6 in the pattern, and I'm actually loving it. It just took a little bit of a back burner because of all of the sock things that I was working on, and I think this is going to be my focus project for the rest of the month, because next month brings its own challenges to not be distracted. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what else could I say about this project? I don't think there's anything else. I was supposed to block the project, and did I block it? Nope. I just needed it to knit on it, so I don't want to block it and then have nothing to knit on. So I put it on barber cords though, and I did fit it, and it looks fine, but I did not block it. We shall see if that comes back to bite me or not. I think it'll be fine. Well, that is all of the projects that I have to share with you today. I also spent some time during the last week to knit up 2 samples from my sock patterns that I have written toe up, that I've knit little samples cuff down, and I made a video about it for the DB Socktober series, and I will link the video up here and you can have a look at that. It had very interesting results, but that also took a little bit of my knitting time this past 2 weeks, and I think that is all of the projects that I have to share. So let's move over to find out what's been happening. I have quite a bit of news. So the sock along is going great. You can check out this hashtag to see on Instagram to see the projects that everybody is sharing and making. We're having a lot of fun in the Instagram group and at the meetups. We learn from each other, and it's really a lot of fun. If you still want to join, you can still join until the end of the month. It is free, and just let me know and I'll add you to the Instagram group. I've started in the beginning of the month to put together weekly videos, which I'm calling the DB Socktober series, where I just share my sock projects, my sock progress from my sock projects for the month, and some other things. So in episode 3 I did the experiment that I was just talking about, of what the sock would look like if you knitted cuff down instead of toe up as it was written for a texture pattern. So I knit 2 of my patterns and I compared the results, and it's fascinating. So I'll definitely link that for you also up here, and you can go check that out if you did not see that. It's really, really, really surprising. I really enjoyed doing that. So episode 4 will be up on Sunday afternoon at 7. So you can check that out if you like tomorrow. Then I also want to mention that the Stripey bird hide sock pattern, this one, is still available in all of my shops at 25% off until the end of the month, and all of the links to all of those will be down below, so grab that while you still can. Then the next episode of Surplus Yarn Stories, which is a show that I'm co-hosting with my friend Leonie from Independence Yarn Crafts, where we talk about all of the projects that we make with our surplus yarns, will be on the 29th of October 2023 on Sunday afternoon, and we have a guest for this episode, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think we are going to maybe talk about some things we haven't talked about before, so I'm sure that you will enjoy it. So please come visit us. It will be a live episode on YouTube, and we will advertise it as we usually do, so keep an eye out for that. I cannot wait. I think it's gonna be fun. And then November is just around the corner, and I'm sure you know what that means. Yes, you guessed it. We are doing a ranunculus make along again because you can never have enough. So my friend Leonie from Independence Yarn Crafts and I will again be hosting a month-long make along for the ranunculus pattern by Midori Hirose. We did this last year and we enjoyed it so much. We did it in the beginning of the year again, and we just can't help ourselves. We need more ranunculi in our lives, so we're hosting another make along. I've got the yarn ready, I've got the needles ready, the pattern is obviously printed, and I can just go. I can just cast on and I can just go. So we decided we're doing it. We're making another one, and we will be, again like last time, have a Instagram group for the make along. Yes, you can just send me or Leonie a DM on Instagram and we will put your name on the list, and the moment we create the group for the make along, we will add you to the group. And we also will be having a cast on party and some Google Meets where we can support each other and help each other with some questions you might have and things like that. And it's always a lot of fun as well. It's nice to have a little community of people that maybe already knit a ranunculus, and this one tried this neckline and that one tried that neckline, and everybody comes together and share their experience with something, and that just is so nice. I really love that. So yes, it'll be my 5th ranunculus, and I think it will be Leonie's 4th. So our collection of ranunculi is growing very nicely. I think that is it from me today. Let me know in the comments down below how you are doing, what you are working on. I love to hear from you, and I would love to know, are you going to join us for the ranunculus make along next month? It'll be lovely to see you there as well. I also want to say thank you so much to all of my returning viewers, and I want to thank everybody that is subscribed to the channel. This month we have reached a milestone with the channel. The channel reached 1,000 subscribers, and I'm just very, very thankful. Thank you for coming and returning and watching the videos and helping me in creating this wonderful knitting and crochet crafting community. I really appreciate it a lot, and thank you for all of your support. I really appreciate that. Right, that is the end of this episode. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you would like to see any more of my content, and I will see you in the next one. Until next time, happy crafting. Bye.